Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're on a boat. And we got options.
All right then.
Okay. So we can go upgrade our max HP. Or imagination. I think imagination is important right now. Let's just talk to Stroll.
Now then.
So next up is Martira. It feels just like yesterday when I first arrived in the royal capital. So much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you, we went over the northern fortress and awakened a mysterious power. I once thought magic like this only existed in heroic tales of times long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power as the Hero King once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends? Power isn't everything.
What's that about? Oh, I see.
As kings, they had to govern their people and maintain the peace. Martial might alone wouldn't have helped you there. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we've got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we've got allies who share these abilities as well.
Then,
if we continue to master these archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the Hero King of old. Though all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
all right.
Oh, damn. All right. Come now. It's too early for bed. Let's talk some more. Oh, I need to press a button. Sorry.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Good morning.
Top in the morning to you, dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters were more than excess your expectations, eh?
True.
They're better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy. Remember who maintained this rugged girl? Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners are really neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast. But just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nures? We'll arrive in Marita in 2 days.
All right then.
We can increase our combat. I don't really need to look at anything else. That's huge. Yeah, we're increasing combat. Hey, Bill. Good morning. How about maintaining our weapons? Hell yeah.
Now then.
Combat in the morning, imagination at
One
night.
moment.
You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I like to live without the sword. That'll never gonna happen. Don't ever dream of that. You're always gonna need weapons. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence don't exist, where nothing is taken from you by others. That's impossible. That's an impossible dream. That's why, one day, I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
How about you? I share my plan. Let's hear yours. Well, you do when the fight is over. I want to
So
travel.
that means... Oh, I see.
To go where the wind takes you, I take it. That does sound so nice.
Aye.
I've got to get stronger. Even the village gets rebuilt, all for naught if it's attacked by a monster again. Exactly. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise. Corruption is everywhere.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the statue of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Our fight, I say. I forced my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know, to act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I do what I must.
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say, I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think as of justice. They're free to make their choice, but so is the one chosen, or being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
Right.
Anyways, this world's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has increased courage somehow. Handling a sharp blade will do that, I suppose.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Oi, break time, chums.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The gauntlet runner comes to a stop at its base.
Here we are. Shall we get a closer look? That is pretty. Wow.
Wow.
So pretty. It's just not the leaves, as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told of a great tree located somewhere in the country. Those colors shifted to foretell unusual events in time ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree. No, sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery.
Hey.
Wow, Nearest, how do you get so good at drawing?
Yeah.
My boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of my good research. There you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Wasn't it for research? All the pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. I mean, you could just make another one. I receive a nourished structure tree, drawing intricately detailed. Okay.
Hey there.
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. Cool?
Huh?
Yeah. Huh? A magical organism in the form of a tree? Say, aren't fairies of the same classification? Precisely. Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight. What? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
Turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable development. I wonder if that manner of anomaly its occurrence color patterns.
All right.
Wisdom, huh? All right. Do I get
The
a
gauntlet runner
nighttime as well?
arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a gauntlet runner. The party, secure in their gauntlet runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
I love the narrator, man. So good. I wish he reads everything that isn't voiced. You feeling better now?
Yeah. All right then.
Well met.
This power we've awoken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's cool.
Certainly.
I see.
I do find the austerity of the design intriguing, but I was not speaking of how they look per se. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging force within us, allowing us to direct that power as one direct a horse by its reins. It is said that people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not when the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why is it so exhausting and why is it cannot be maintained for long? The ravenous appetite I had afterward is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
All right.
It's getting quite late, but we've got ways to go. I would very like to rest, or something along that line.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Cool. We got anime.
Finally! We're out of the desert!
Huh?
Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Ugh. Why is it so bumpy? That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah! Sanctism will reign! Ah! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to halt each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
No. Let's chill.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
Then why even ask me?
Say, hold on! You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us?
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry, can't get into it now. That gauntlet runner. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished. You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, old egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of
Didn't
God into these
they
impious
say
commoners.
that
Don't
you
forget about
can
fortification
kill
method.
them if it's a straight up duel? He's challenging us to a fight. This should nullify that power.
Let's do this!
It's not working!
Magic!
We
I will
can't
fight with
attack
pride.
Godot.
Okay.
By this power. Freeze!
I will usher you to his
Comrades,
side.
lend me your strength. Sever!
Kneel before him! What could you hope to achieve? This is God's judgment!
Bro.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
After me! No. You first.
It's okay. Mage! We're not out of this yet!
I'm obliged. By my sword. Join with me.
We'll team up!
May yet cling to life.
What could you hope to achieve? Take this! Dear God,
Hulkenberg's guard
Go
is
for it.
down.
it's too
They
early
won't
to
hold
go
back.
to his side.
Thank you. By my sword. Comrades, lend me your
Coordination is
strength.
key!
Witness me, brethren!
I call upon royal power within! I'll crush you!
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren,
Oh, okay.
I
So he's
must
just
hold
standing and doing
nothing
nothing.
back.
That's
Now,
why.
feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon
That's
your
why the
flesh.
power was restricting us.
Rise, my
Hang in
brothers.
there.
Ah, okay. He's still not attacking us. He's defending.
Sanctism will reign.
Okay, we should be able to attack him now,
Let's guard
right?
us down.
Come forth, royal soul.
I'm obliged.
I owe you.
Behold my power.
Heroes.
I'm counting on you.
Let's go. Take this. Sanctism will reign.
Stroll's badly wounded.
Brace
Can
yourself.
anyone heal him? Stroll can't take any more.
All yours.
Someone heal
Hold
him.
back.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Thank you.
Helpful.
God, I hate her so much.
Observe the enemy. Let us fight as one. No, not this.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
Let justice prevail. I'll destroy you.
Right.
Behold
Smite him,
my
Hulkenberg.
power.
I shall vanquish evil. Not now. Could do with this.
You hit their weak point. Keep
Witness
it up,
me,
Stroll.
brethren.
Midas power. Lightning.
Stroll,
Know
they've
your
sapped your
place.
defenses.
From our positions.
Hulkenberg got them right in their weak spot.
Sanctism will reign.
Thank God.
What a shame.
Dodge! You got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
You first.
Stroll,
Let's come
they've
forth,
sapped your
royal
defenses.
soul, with healing power.
I'm obliged. I stand. I defer to you.
I can't afford to hold back. Let's try this. Not done yet.
Mage. Fire. A tough one.
Take this. Sanctism will reign.
Please.
To you.
Behold my power.
No, we don't really need that.
This
We don't
should
really
work.
have anything else.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here.
What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I guess you survived this time.
Don't you talk down to me. You want to see what I'm really capable of?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know those suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her head? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Wow.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would
I
seem
like
you had
him.
to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
Oh my god! No way! But we're so doing this. Oh.
The more you hesitate, the more suspicious you'll sound. You've got to get this right. The more you hesitate...
Okay.
Hey, I know you want to get this right, but this is no time to get lost in thought.
Then why even give me a choice, game?
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Why
Really
even give
now?
me a choice?
So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone. Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhands.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
It soars like a damn bird.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
Cool.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beams of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Ah! Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
Oh.
Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem trouble.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
This one's important.
Okay. Side quest. I like it. Do I have a nighttime activities?
Time marches on, and
No.
the age of a new king draws nearer.
No nighttime activities.
Oh.
So we'll be arriving in Marita this evening, then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up with this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies. I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray that we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's.
Isn't that...
Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with the Baron, right? I'm sure the sight will be distracting. But let's not keep the man waiting.
Departing the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Martira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here! I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She is also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
But surely all fights have casualties.
I suppose. There is truth in that.
Hey, read the room, will ya?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh good. Larval innards.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
You fairly eat with gusto,
I
young man.
imagine it tastes
Passion
like
worthy of our
cream,
royal candidate.
like hot
How was
cream
it?
with spices and
Sometimes
stuff.
the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So... is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
There's a runner.
Let's see here. And let's see here. Here, all right.
Let's...
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
I hope you'll have a reward ready.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
For money.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Inners are great.
'Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
Aye.
Pleasure to see.
All right then.
Got
Can
a
we
moment?
leave? No. They want us to rest.
Yeah.
Right? Good night.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Ah, it's gorgeous out!
Hold on.
Let's hurry.
out of ideas.
Just a sec.
Beg your pardon.
Hello there.
Cooking ingredient? We'll buy 5 of them.
More people missing.
You!
All right then.
What were the gods doing?
You there.
Hey!
What were the gods doing?
All right then.
Now what am I to do?
An elder candidate? No.
I mean,
All right,
I'm surprised that no one else registered. Anyone can.
What'll it be? What you on? What you on about?
Yeah.
Oops.
Indeed.
$40,000.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I don't think I really care for evasion. I'd rather just tank hits because the other one is like a chance to not get hit. That seems pretty bad.
What now?
Okay. We need more money. I have 5 times the amount of money, but apparently not enough. Kind of shocking, honestly.
What'll it be?
Oh.
Yeah.
I need more money.
Can't be.
Like, not even a little more money, a lot more money.
Wouldn't last a second if I got kidnapped.
Whoa!
All right then.
Here's forget. Here's days. And we're out of money. Do we really? Oh. Interesting. I don't really want to sell any of that. I don't want to sell those either. I just don't want to sell anything. This game has shown me that selling stuff is a bad idea, because there are quests that sometimes just asks you for random shit.
You!
Hang on, what if... I see. Oh. But...
Found, is it?
Yep.
All right then.
Oh god, this chair sucks. I need to sit straight. I can't be slouching. It's killing my back.
Yeah.
Well.
All right then.
Aye. May I present Lady Joanna, Sanctoress and the ruler of this city. These are the ones who have undertaken the request to subjugate Hyzme.
I am Joanna, presiding lady of this city. On its behalf, you have my gratitude for traveling all the way from the royal capital.
Lady Joanna refused to use taxes to pay for this, so she sold her own heirlooms and possessions to secure the funds.
It's clear you want only the best for your people, milady. So we'll give you our best in return.
I cannot claim any nobility above yours. Even as other aspirants to the throne quarrel and bicker, you've chosen instead to help the kingdom's people.
Well, we don't deserve that much credit. After all, we're not helping for free.
Even so.
Does doing things for free make it, what, more, I don't know, justified or better than if doing it for money? I don't think so. Doing it for free just means that you don't worth yourself. You don't value your own worth. Is how I look at it. Never do anything for free. Ever. You are worth something all the time.
We won't let you down.
Thank you. In truth, I thought it foolish to decide a monarch by a simple vote of popularity. But perhaps there is something to it. Here is my offer. If you get rid of the culprit, I will appeal to the people of this town to support you.
'Tis most kind, but can you truly afford that? Surely, as a church sanctoress, His Eminence Forden would expect your support.
Indeed. However, I would rather have a king who truly cares for his subjects.
Yes, Lady Joanna.
Now, I must return to my duties. I shall await our next meeting.
We're counting on you.
'Twas a confident smile indeed, with a great deal of pain behind it.
I know it's but a step in our plan, but truly, I hope we can help these people. She even promised us political support.
She did say it. Well, I mean, I can't help but wonder if she'll keep her word on that. It's quite a promise to make when she barely knows us.
Did something seem amiss?
Not in particular. Maybe it's just the gloominess of this place getting to me. So what are we gonna do about Hyzme? We'll have to go out in Sandworm territory to find him, right?
The mere fact of his kidnappings suggests he's passing unseen by guards and sandworms alike. The question is, how?
Let's ask around the city a bit first. Though I can't say we'll find many willing to talk, with the streets this deserted. Maybe we'll have better luck around the taverns and shops.
We should go.